Hi, this is Zach Meir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Tuesday, the 16th of August. Starting off with the S&P, which has not only visited the 50-day moving average and the old June-July resistance around 44.50, it's actually fallen below it and fallen below the 50-day line. That means we've got a risk of back down to the 43.80-90 support, which we had basically a couple of months ago. All that would break this negative pattern at the moment is an end-of-day close really through 4,500. That's probably the earliest signal that we're back on track. RSI failure at neutral 50, which is not normally a good thing, so therefore we are looking for that sub 4,400 and maybe even a bit lower actually. 43.20 could be on the cards if we don't recover the 50-day line quickly, i.e. over the next couple of sessions. 50-day line there at 44.74, so that's the first port of call for potential recovery. On to the stocks, and starting off with ADS. Here you can see that we've got a beautiful sort of U-shaped, V-shaped bull flag going on there. We just broke the top of the formation there around $7.40, and above that on an end-of-day close basis. Looking for the shares to head to the top of that rising trend channel from back in June last year, as high as $13. Maybe as soon as the end of next month. But the share's looking strong while we're above the $7 area, which was recent support for the shares. Blue Apron, the picture is also an improving one, and we'll see that in a second. Here you can see that we've got the shares breaking out of their 50-day moving average area, so that was around the $6.40 area. That suggests that we'll head to the top of that falling trend channel from March, and the 200-day line around $9.20 by the end of this month. But certainly looking well placed while we're above the $6.50 area, which was basically pre-breakout resistance. A favorite here is coming up next, and you can see that Bitdeer has this V-shaped turnaround, bear trap reversal from below the 200-day line. That was at around the $9.60 area. Recent support intraday around $12 and above $12. We're looking for not only a test of recent April resistance around just up to $15, but a best case scenario target at the top of the broadening triangle from April as high as $17.20 by the end of next month. New stock for the Chartbreakers is coming up next, and here you can see that Carmell has it's trying to break out of this near-term falling wedge after a rather hefty fall over the course of July. But first, green shoots coming there with the break of that wedge at around the $3 level. Above $3, we're looking for $6 by the end of next month. And the reason for the relative optimism there is the bullish divergence. So we went lower for the early part of August, but the RSI actually had a support area, let's say, higher than back in July. So that is quite a strong signal, and hopefully the shares will snap back, especially to fill that gap just around the $4 area. So hopefully that'll be the initial move for the shares, even if they fall away after that. Another new name is next, and we're looking at a decent turnaround for this stock, if I can type it up properly. Delcath Systems, here you can see a massive bear trap gap reversal. We've got the shares with a low yesterday perched on the 50-day line. Probably be looking for support to come in towards $5. That was resistance on the way up. So hopefully we'll stay above the $5 area. If we can do that, then the shares could move up to the top of that wide rising trend channel from back in April last year, currently pointing as high as the $8.40 area. On to the next stock, which is one we've looked at quite recently, and so we're happy to see that it's making progress. EOS Energy. At least after the decline that we had in the second half of July. Just broken that July resistance line there around $2.40. Above that, looking for at least a rebound towards the 50-day line, $3.30, over the next week or two. But the upside here valid while we remain above that 200-day line and the floor of the channel around $2.10. Eton is next, and it's been quite a few appearances here and the Chartbreakers, and you can see why. Bear trap gap reversal there, and 3 very, very strong days, taking out our initial target there at the top of that triangle from back in January around $4.50. Above 450 on an end of day close, looking as high as 580 by the end of this month. And the upside valid while we're above that previous $4 resistance area ahead of the spike that we've had over the last few sessions. Next up is Global Group and Global Blue Group rather, and here we've got a trendline break there from back in January, just poking through the rising 200-day moving average around $5.30, and above that looking for resistance on the way down up to $6.20 maybe by the end of this month. Big picture target maybe for the end of next month as high as $8 plus, which is the top of that rising trend channel from back in March. Decent situation coming up next, one which is looking pretty steady at the moment. If we hone in on it, we've got Grove Collaborative, and here the picture is of a stock which is obviously trying to get a foothold after recent losses. Unfilled gap to the upside through the 200-day moving average rather at $2.60. Above that, we're looking for as high as $5 by the end of next month, which is the top of a rising trend channel from the turn of the year. This stage only back below the floor of the gap there around $2.20, really questioning the recovery, near-term recovery situation, argument for that particular stock. Going on to a stock which I've covered a few times before, Marker Therapeutics, as you can see from the red lines all over the place. Rebound off the 50-day line around 460. We've got a resistance line there which obviously was breached around the $6 level, and so we're looking for an end-of-day close above $6 to give the shares a chance of retesting last month's resistance through the $9 level. Hopefully we could see that by the end of this month. So looking for that end-of-day close above $6 trigger. Next stock is one which is also catching the eye, Paysafe, and here the reason for it is that we've got a bear trap gap reversal and gapping through recent neckline resistance at $12.60. Above that, looking for not only the 200-day line around $15.40, but up to $20 by the end of next month. But the key here is holding in that $14 to $15 band and maintaining that gap higher. A stock which I think I covered yesterday, but we'll see how it's doing now. Paranovus, you can see the shares following on through on the turnaround there. Bear trap gap reversal, gap close buy signal that we had back on Friday, breaking the 200-day moving average at $3.70, and above that we're looking for $6 as soon as the end of next month, taking the shares to back where they were at the beginning of the year. Finishing off with Virtra, which is an interesting turnaround there. Massive gap, unfilled gap to the upside back in April, and the shares have basically built on that. Rising trend channel since April as well, for the channel there around $6.30. Above that, we're looking for $9 as soon as the end of next month, hopefully with a quick end-of-day close through the 50-day moving average, which is currently around the $7.60 level. That's it from me today. More updates tomorrow.